about my hustle, stay about my riches all of the time. Keeping my mind on my money and my eyes on the switches for niggas and bitches. Cause in this game I can only depend on me.
Shirt. So I got a lot of people on my timeline asking me how to make a shirt. First of all, you would need a cutter machine. They have a whole bunch of different cutter machines that's a very reasonable price. I use the Cricut Explore Air 2. You can get this machine for no more than, like, right now, probably $200, $350, $250 at the max. They also have new machines that they came out with at this time, but this one is an old model. I would prefer, if you're gonna start out, just investing in yourself. I would start out small. I would start out with something easy, not a lot of money, and you can invest later. So what you want to do, you want to go to Cricut.com, purchase your machine. They have anywhere from an Explorer all the way up to a Maker. Now they have different models now, but this is an older model. Now every machine comes with a mat, which will be a light grip mat. This mat is not the Cricut mat, but it will come with a mat. This is what you would need to put your material on to cut. It does come with a fine cut blade already in the machine, which is here. To open it up and pull it out to change your blades, all you have to do is push this little thing here and pull your blade out. You can put new blades in it if they need it. Drop it back down in there, close it, and close the tag back. Now it does have all these different departments and stuff you can store your tools and stuff at. Nice machine, got your open button, your power button, your turn knob settings, let you know what materials to use. And on your computer, when you put it on customs, all the other materials that it can cut will show up. It has a load button, I'm gonna say a play button, but it's a C for letting you know to push to start. So the C is your push to start button. It has a pause button, an open button. And this little attachment here is, from my understanding, they used to sell cartridges back in the day. So this is what that part is for. You don't have to really worry about that if you don't have cartridges. You will need a HTV vinyl or just a regular sticker vinyl to cut in the machine. It's a lot of different materials, but we're gonna learn about shirts today. So HTV you can get from Cricut.com. As you order your machine, you should look for a machine that already has materials. That's what I would do. I have some here that I purchased from Michael's Arts and Crafts. We got different ones. I also have some different materials that I purchased from a wholesaler that you can get. So you don't have to just purchase from Cricut. Cricut do use a wide variety of different vinyls and HTVs in the machine. You can, pretty much get your material from anywhere. So you will need shirts. You will need the software, which is Cricut Design Space. You can download that in your app. All you are doing is designing in that software, and you are telling the machine what to cut. You are responsible for what the machine is cutting. You control this machine. I'm going to be showing you those little bitty steps right now. So what you want to do is go to your Cricut Design Space, and you want to set up an account where after you download, it's going to ask you information on how to, it's going to ask you to sign up with your email and all that good stuff. So you just put all your information in, and once you do everything you're supposed to do, you'll get a screen that looks like this. Now this software is free, but they also have an Access member subscription where you pay monthly and you get all these different things. And after you get yourself set up in your Cricut Design software, you want to go to your computer settings, go to your Bluetooth. Make sure that your Cricut machine is on. Your computer, search your Bluetooth and devices. Pair a device. It says add a device, which you want to push that. And make sure your machine is on. When if you have the Maker, whatever, it should pop up down here. You'll push where it should pop up somewhere up in here. And you'll push pair. And the password is 4 zeros, and you'll put that in, and it'll let you know that it is paired. See, mine is already paired. So after that, you should be good to go. So you'll go to New Project, and all these settings over here are pretty much things that you can use in the design space. Text is one that you will be responsible for. So the ones under Cricut, you see they got price tags. The ones on the system is more free, and then you can go to font.com or all these different free font places on the internet, and you can download them and save them into your Cricut. These are free fonts. Got nothing much fancy about them or nothing like that, but you can click on one if you found one that you like, and you can also click on the ones on the Cricut that you can purchase. After you click on one you like, You go here where your text is here, you delete the wording, and now you will type in what you would want it to say. So let's just say if you was doing something with a simple name or a simple saying or something like that on it. And you got to remember, you're responsible for the sizing. So don't just go off of what you typed and how it come in. You are responsible for the sizing. So right here, up here at the very top, you see where it say width and height. That's your size. You got to unlock that box to get it the width and height that you would want it. So let's just say if I wanted my width to be 10. I type in 10, I go over here where it say height. What if I wanted it to be 6 height? And I know that's not cute, but you got to be mindful of that as well. Your width and your height plays a big part in what your design would look like. So if you don't want it to be all stretched and ugly, you just need to play around with your numbers. I always upload stuff I want, so I will go to upload. And I will go right here where it say upload again. I will go to my browser. I'll find me images on Etsy, Google, whatever. You can purchase images, save them to your computer, and bring them over in Cricut. Looking like this, which is something that is a black and white image. Sometimes it's not going to be easy to clean these. Sometimes it will. Now, to clean any image, you'll go to complex image. Some people use all the other ones. I'm just telling you what I use. Your removal tool is here, which this you see is highlighted in green. If you want to crop something out, you can use this crop tool here. And all you do is draw a box across whatever you did not want in that image. So that made it come up like that. And go back to your removal tool, and you can try to hit the black. I designed a lot from my phone. So you just hit the black, and it'll take out whatever you click. Now, if it don't get all of it, just continue to click on the areas that you want. You can also bring up the tolerance. You can bring up the tolerance down here where it's telling you to reduce the color and all that good stuff. So you bring it up some and then click it, it'll take out more at a time. You can do it like this and just, continue to clean everything that you did not want in the picture. Like I'm removing all the black. You got to go through each letter. You got to clean every detail. You can also zoom your screen in from right here. You see it? So you ain't got to work so far back. Zoom your screen in. Find the areas that need to be cleaned, and all you're doing is cleaning them. Some images you can hit the black. Some images you can hit the white. So after you clean everything, you go to apply. I already got this image over there. So let's just, whatever. Over here is a print and cut. So you can still see color in the image, the original color. Let's just say if you wanted to make a sticker and you wanted everything to still be in this color, but you wanted certain things cut around, you'll have to remove the background on certain areas, cut around it. Now here is what I'm going to be responsible for. This is the cut file. The cut file is always to your left. So up here it shows all the flaw in the picture. If I cut this image, it's going to have all this stuff that's in there that I didn't clean out the way. But for the most part, if it looks exactly like you want it to look, it's clean. Right now it doesn't, because I could have cleaned all this black area here. But I was just trying to give you an example. After you clean it, you'll click which one you want, which is be the cut file, which is going to be vinyl or HTV or whatever you're going to be putting on the mat. If I click print and cut, I will be loading up just a regular print of vinyl that I can print with my machine, because it's going to come in color. Do that make sense? I'm hoping I'm making sense. But there's a lot of videos on that print and cut situation. So anyway, after I upload the cut file, I make sure I highlight it and I upload it. It's going to go right here. These are your images. Everything you ever saved on your computer will be here. And this is where you'll find it. After you upload something, that's yours. After you upload it, you can go ahead and push add to canvas. And after you add it to your canvas, all you have to do is make sure you size it the width and height that you would like it to be. Anytime you're using an HTV, which is for shirts, HTV vinyl is for shirts. You got to make sure you go up here to the top where it says flip, You got to make sure you mirror your image, which is horizontal. So the image is now backwards. Your image should always be backwards if you're finna do a shirt. Now, if you're not doing a shirt, you can leave it the regular way it came in. So if you're using sticker vinyl, it should look like this. You should be able to read it because you're going to leave the color of your vinyl facing up. If you're doing a shirt, you're going to have to flip it horizontal because you're going to be putting the color face down onto the mat. And you go up here to unlock the box to change the width and the height. Make sure you unlock that box because if you don't, it's going to do its own thing. And I think that's pretty decent size. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to make it. So I'm going to go here. It gives me a picture of my mat. Only reason why the mat is black is because my design, I had the color in black. Now, if I change that color on that mat, it will also, like if I change the color of this design, let's just say, because I'm telling the machine I'm using black vinyl. But I mean, you can use any color you want. You don't have to change the settings, but to help you remember, you can. To remember what color that you are using. So if I want to use pink, which I probably will, the matte or red, and I go to make it, the matte is now going to be red. Your matte is still, your matte should be green. The standard matte for HTV is green. So your matte should be green, but the red is only showing you what color vinyl you said you was going to use. I hope I'm making sense. So after that, you can go ahead, you go to continue. Find my machine. As you look up here at the top, it tells what machine I have on at this moment. This here, it says set base material. So now we're going to go over to the steps where it shows you that part. Okay, so on my machine, it has a knob. The knob is asking for paper, vinyl, iron on. Iron on is HTV, which is what we're going to be using for a shirt, like cardstock. It just got a lot of different settings. Now, for custom, it has other settings, other material that is not listed on this machine. The most basic machine settings are on here because that's the majority of what the machine started out doing first. So we're gonna put it on HTV, but I am using a puff vinyl, and I got it from a warehouse. So I got to figure out the settings for that, but that's where custom come in. But you can also play with your settings. If you always want to do a test cut, so if something do not cut on the setting that it's supposed to be, you can always go up a notch to another little notch between each one of them, and get a little more pressure, or you can put more pressure on to the software. But I'm gonna leave it on iron on for right now, and I'm gonna do a test cut to make sure that my material will do that. I'm not going to show all that, but that's what you should do. So after you put it on iron on, you will load your mat. You will take the material that you are using, which is the HTV material, and you will place it face down. So you see the color is here. So you always want your HTV to be color face down onto the mat. You might have a material that is too thick for the sticky of your mat. Some mats are different. Like the purple one is like a tougher grip. It's for like tougher materials and it's more sticky. So the green is your standard mat for HTV. But if you have a thicker material, you'll probably need a purple mat. You can use a bigger mat or whatever. I put like a painter's tape down to kind of hold it down. You can also use a temporary adhesive spray to give it more stickiness to your mat. Right here on your Cricut, it has these two little notches on here. You want to make sure you put your mat right between those two notches. So you slide right between them. This mat should go underneath them. You want to give it some firm pressure to hit those wheels. So keep your hands on the mat as you push this arrow button that's sitting over here to the right. So hold the mat. You see me holding it and just pushing it a little firm. And I'm going to push this arrow and the machine is going to take it away from me. I don't have to do nothing else but go over here to my software and make sure it's on the right settings. Always check your settings before you push the go button. So it's telling me that my material is an iron on. You want to make sure of that. It said make sure you mirror it and turn your image 90 side up or the color facing down. It tells you all that. Make sure you read this before you push go. So it says the tool material is loaded to the fine blade. You can edit that tool if you had a deep cut blade for a different type of material, but fine cut blade is what the settings is for a majority of HTV. Also push go faster, like fast mode, for it can cut quicker for you. It ain't gonna do it on every material, but it will do it on some. So me turning that knob, it already set the pressure, it already set everything I needed to do. So it's supposed to cut exactly what the material said it's supposed to cut. So after I load my mat, I'm gonna push the blank and see. And the machine will automatically start cutting on its own. So after it's quit cutting, you see the flashing light, you just push that button and it will release your mat for you. You can sit it over to the side, turn your machine off. Now, you will need a weeding tool. And this is a a tool that helps you weed the vinyl. Just cut the material that did not get cut. So I will fold to see where it stopped at. And sometimes you can see it, but sometimes you can't. It depends on the material. So I'm just going to cut off the material that did not get used, baby, because we can use it for next time. A nip of the vinyl up in the corner, and then just pull. Now, what's supposed to come up, majority of the time will come up, and if you don't remember what's supposed to come up, go back and look at your picture, and you're removing everything that you removed off the picture, like anything that you cleaned, which will be the inside of the words and the background, or the inside of the image, stuff like that. So you just continue to pull your vinyl. Keep your garbage can or something nearby. It can be a lot, depends on the designs that you choose. So you just keep weeding it. Sometimes some stuff weeds super easy, which is a blessing. Some of it don't. You just continue to pull. Try to be gentle. Don't be like me because I'm a little heavy-handed. But just pull, and like I said, whatever's supposed to come up, majority of the time, it will come up. And if it doesn't, you're responsible for helping it come up. Of that. Now, whatever design that you choose, if you're not willing to do all the detail, that's going to be a problem. See here, I forgot to weed out the inside of my letters. So, don't always double check. Never just assume. So, this is the design that I chose. So, make sure you pick up all your pieces and throw everything away. You want to come over to your heat press. And I got mine off of eBay some years ago, but you can buy one off Amazon. You can start out with a hand press, but this right here is better because it has the most pressure that you would need to do vinyl and for the vinyl to stay. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot use an iron to practice. I wouldn't recommend selling anything with iron heat, but they do sell things called the easy press and all that, but I prefer you to get industrial heat press. You don't want to start selling shirts and then the vinyl come off the shirts. Some people use like a butcher paper to put down between the heat to keep certain things off their shirts. So it depends on your preference, but a lot of people prefer that. Okay. I'm try to line it up with the line in the shirt. Sometimes you can just pick it up and see for yourself if it's where you need it to be. So, I'm going to try mine on maybe 290, 2 something. Okay, so mine is up to 270. We're going to push it down on 275. Hopefully that's good enough heat. So I got it down. It's still in the 200s. I'm just praying this works because, girl, I just really genuinely don't know how to do puff. It looked like it did. Oh, My God. Oh my God, that is super freaking cute. It actually puffed up. It don't look bad. I'm gonna leave it at that. So I pressed that at 270. Hopefully it's on there good enough. This is what puff vinyl looks like, and it's super freaking cute. So I've been practicing, but I ain't been practicing good enough. Don't know if it's gonna wash off or nothing, y'all. This is my first time actually getting it right, and I'm so super duper excited. Puff vinyl is so freaking pretty. Okay. So this is what it's looking like. I hope I helped somebody today. I'm still learning myself, but I am forever grateful for the little bit I do know. And I hope I helped somebody, encourage somebody to start their journey on their t-shirt making. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to your girl's channel. Y'all have a blessed one.